Welcome to Late Night Saturday Night with your host, Gregory. That's right, folks. So let's get this out of the way. We got some Fortnite, and then we're going to talk about a little bit of news with some channel update and some live action, and then we're going to wrap it up. So here we have your famous sprites, everybody, with your Fortnite. Boy, oh boy. You know, they had this Hour of Power thing today on Saturday, and I'm like, man, you know, every time I've played Hour of Power, nothing. You know, you go in, get killed, or something happens. You know, it's kind of turned into let's go collect sprites. Yeah, and so if you're going to play a finders, keepers kind of game, or if you're going to go like, we're going to go search and find stuff kind of game, then that's what it needs to be more about than, you know, because first off, if you're playing single player, the storm wave moves slower, okay? So single player, it's like you can get more stuff done. When you play 2-player, 3-player, etc., the storm wave moves faster. For some reason, I don't know. Unless if they changed it recently, I doubt it. But we were just playing a couple nights ago with some friends, and it literally, that storm wave just moves fast. Like, you land or you're going somewhere, so it takes a little bit of time to land there because you're trying to get to a further part of the map, maybe. Maybe that's some of it too. But boy, oh boy. You know, trying to get these sprites has just kind of turned into a nightmare a little bit. I mean, it's just like a forenza of mocha locas, you know what I mean? And I haven't really tried to go deep and hard with this because it's kind of like here today, gone tomorrow kind of thing. It's like those restaurants that pop up that make some good food at first and then it tastes like crap and then it just shuts down because they didn't have a good thing going. They didn't keep it going good or something, you know. It's kind of like that, you know. it's like, man, you know, it's kind of all right to have this in the game, but what my main complaint is for one, there's not enough cars, okay? You can't get anywhere. You're constantly running. Good God. And you can't beat that damn storm like that, you know? Who in the heck thought of this? You need car. What happened to the cars? Is there no cars anymore? You know? I mean, every time they come out with a new update or something, there's like no cars. Whatever, you know, what happened to bikes? Did we not have bikes anymore? What happened to anything? You know, it was so cool to have all these different things. They could even bring bikes into the game where you buy special types of bikes for those bike lovers, you know? So there's all kinds of stuff. I think that after Fortnite and Epic Games kind of got sued or something, that, you know, they let a whole bunch of people go and they shrunk down. And then you had Disney, where Disney should have participated a little bit more and helped them, if you ask me, because I really love Star Wars and I can't believe we're not getting a good Star Wars this year. I mean, that was like the worst thing I'd ever... I mean, I know you guys worked hard on the Star Wars projects that you guys did or whatever, whoever was involved, but that's not what we wanted. That is not really any fun. As you can see, the player count and everything had completely dropped off. But the sprite thing is like, it turns into like all-out war, and then trying to get the gold ones or the rare ones is what you're really shooting for. And I swear to God, if I see that flame one more time, I'm going to freak out. So, you know, I don't know who thought of this, but this one here, I get this one. This one's all over the damn map. I don't know what he's doing, but he just does not leave the map. So let's check out the shop today. Well, they brought this kind of stuff in. You got these strange little characters here, and I'm not too sure what you would consider this to be. Maybe you guys know more about it than me, but we knew this was coming. So many people have been talking about it. It's kind of cool. It's neat looking and all. You got this guy here that looks like a rabbit, kind of creepy. You know, and you just get some cool little stuff, and that's great and all. Here's an abstract thing. I don't know what the heck that is, but it's like a little monster that gets you. And I kind of like that. I would buy it, but 400, that's worth it in my opinion, but I need to stop spending money, you know? I mean, I got points to just have it anyways, but You know, it's just, you know, will you use it? I don't know. So they got a lot of emotes, and they brought back, you know, a few collabs from before, which is, you know, what they had in the past and stuff. And I don't know if I remember her having this coat on or not. She has like a little sweater on, you know. And so they brought like all these little characters, and Peppermint Butler, and you know, you get all these different weapons, which is cool, thank goodness, right? You know, so you got all this stuff in the game. I kind of like this sword here, and I almost bought it last time, but I would say $500 to $600 for it. But it'd be cool if you could change colors of it, and I don't think you can. Whenever you click on it, that's it. See, so I know that's the color he's running with, but sometimes I want a green sword or a golden sword, who knows. Now, I guess the other day they dropped some Halloween type stuff. They're kind of doing that a little soon. I would have waited until July or the end of July. It is what it is. So, of course, somewhere in the middle of the week they dropped the goat guy, which, you know, okay. You know, I don't know who that guy is, and they brought back some stuff there. We got a lot of chicken stuff in there. This chick's kind of cool, you know, but she's been here for a while. So as you go down, the Masters of the Universe is still here. You know, I was going to announce when it came out, but everybody else already did it, so why even bother, right? But what's cool about it is you do have the original kind of cartoon look version, along with the cell shaded version of them, and that's kind of cool. But you know, you got She-Ra in here, and you just kind of wonder, with the big golden wings that you get for Wonder Woman, and put those on She-Ra, that would be kind of cool. Now see, there's kind of like a realistic looking version, and then I don't know if this is the comic version. I said cell shaded, maybe not cell shaded, but you know, it's it says cell right there, so I'm not too sure. You could say cell shaded, or you could say cartoon version. So this here is the realistic version, but seeing her drop in with the wings, that would be kind of cool. But I don't know. You know, it's to each their own, I guess, right? So it's not too bad, but I would say 1,500, not 1,600. So the fact that, you know, prices are prices, right? So there's not really too much to say. I can't click on any of the music. You know why? We're going to get into that in a second. We got the Shelby GT500 back, and we got a Lamborghini in here, and we got this little Tamuchi bundle. I don't know what that is. Some really cool wheels, though. I like those wheels. Every time they come out with this kind of stuff, it is pretty cool. And so that's it. I'm not buying anything there. There's no way. You got this chick that I don't know what is with face masks on people, but that's just not me. I'm not a face mask. So let's get into some potatoes here, people. So obviously you guys already know that the news is kind of crazy these days. Gas prices are high, and food is high. Like, went to the store, and it seems like what was once $200 or so dollars is $300 to $400 all the time. It's like, what is going on here? You know, it's like, geez, it might as well be my electric bill and my car payment or something, right? Just like, what the heck? So the reality is we're trying to, and we want to, release the UFO alien stuff and let everybody know, hey, aliens are real, and they have visited here from time to time, and some of them come here to do some conductive studies and stuff. And the thing is we can't release that type of information when you have a country that is completely balls out crazy. Okay, so Iran is what we're talking about. These guys do not need a nuclear weapon. I don't care what you say, they just don't. I mean, the way they are over there is basically, if you piss someone off over there, they'll straight kill you. It's not even like regulated in any way, and that the humans need to grow up. Okay, that shit was acceptable for so many hundred of years, or so many, you know, and their culture over there, I'm not going to bash a culture, but I hate to say this, they have wrapped it up so much that they have intertwined controlling the women and everybody over there into their religion and their way of living in their own sector of the woods over there, if you might have it. So that's fine, but the problem is the rest of the world wants to get on with themselves, okay? They want to get on and get moving on with life. They don't want to be beating the bush here, okay? The way they have it set up is the women basically worship the men, and they're not allowed to go out in public and show their hair and show anything. You have to, they got to cover up, and a lot of the women believe in this, by the way, because it's been wrapped around their heads for so long that this is the only way to be. It's just like, dude, just do whatever you want to do, and I'm fine with, the humans being the way they are, but they're very strict about their rules and regulations. And I've seen their book that they have that the women follow. It's like their Bible or whatever, and they will bow down to men and all this stuff. It's so crazy. Like, what in the heck is it's I don't know how I want to say this, but it's almost like if you had the KKK run the goddamn fucking everything. It's just not right. There's only certain things you can do in life, and I don't think that, that is something we need for the advancement of humankind. I mean, do you want to see this in space? Is that what you want to see? I mean, come on, we're going to travel to other worlds, and the aliens are going to be like, what the fuck is this? And there's just some things that you just can't do if you're going to go out into space. You got to be more civilized. It's time to grow the fuck up. So, other than all of that, which was like the frickin' news, right? Like, you got tornadoes and all kinds of stuff, but this, I've been very busy, and, last week I lost my voice, so it really screwed me on trying to get caught up on stuff. And then this week, my foot is injured, It's like, what the hell, man? Why? Like, you know how hard it is when your foot's injured and you can't stand? Yeah. So, my job requires me to stand all day, basically. So, that makes it hard to just do anything. Because usually after work, I come home, do stuff. And a few times during the middle of the week, I'll get a whole bunch of stuff done and then try to get caught up for the weekend. And the weekend is slam. Let's get all this stuff done to the house. Let's do this. Let's do that. The game room is pretty much almost there. We're almost done with a lot of the game room stuff. I like the game room idea because when the kid gets older, she come down here with her friends and just play away and have fun. And there's not many arcades out there, so arcades kind of come and go. And so if you're going to an arcade, like the biggest one in the United States, in my opinion, is the one out by Chicago, which is Galloping Ghost. The Galloping Ghost was really awesome. He goes by the name of Doc or whatever, but he's a real cool guy. He's getting older, though, so think about it. If something happens to him, what's going to happen to his business, So, is he going to be there in 20 years? Maybe not, So, he runs a YouTube channel, too, so you guys could always check that out. He's a real cool guy. I have met him and talked to him many a times. He's really cool. But he's like my generation, where we went to school wearing trench coats and played video games and, So, we did a lot of crazy stuff. We went through a lot of phases, But what I've been working on, what's been going on, you might be wondering. So I usually like to try to get a lot of stuff out as much as possible, but it's not easy, man, when you're worn out, And I've got a whole bunch of videos that I've been working on from intermittent from time. I put a little bit here and there. It's not easy, Production, if you ask anyone, sometimes producing a video takes no time at all if you're doing smaller stuff, but sometimes it takes a long time. You got to remember, you're looking at what? It could be an hour to 3 hours to record stuff and then you gotta upload it all, which is 15 to 40 minutes, depends on whatever all you want to upload and put onto your stuff. Then you gotta process everything and produce it and make the video, which takes an hour to 4 hours, or it could take even more than that. So after you're all said and done, you're like 8 to 15 hours in. It's like a full-time job. Now, if I didn't work, of course we would do this, but I decided, it's a good idea to have something like this in your life, And so, like I said, we're going to make videos for like ever and ever, right? It's good that when the kid gets older, and say 10, 20 years from now, the kid can come back and look at the YouTube channel and say, oh, this is what I was like when I was a kid, or this is what was going on back then, and this is what, kind of games and all kinds of stuff. So it's not just going to be games and the kid. Wait and you see. We're going to do all kinds of crazy stuff, and it's only going to get bigger. And then by the time you retire, it's going to be off the hook. Like, come retirement time, I can tell you right around then, it's going to be all kinds of everything, and it's going to be like back-to-back crazy fun. But regardless of all that, you make all these videos and all this and that. I've got a pocket video that I'm working on with the adapters, and I kind of put out some little skips here. We've got some analog 3D stuff that was given to me and sent to me by Analog. And we've got M64. We've got even more stuff. Like, there's so much stuff I haven't even, just to release all of it is like a nightmare because there's so much to do. Like, for one thing, I wanted to cover this collab with Zelda. There's this collab that I've got going with Zelda, and it's really cool. And then I've got limited run games that I'm still got so many videos for limited run games, it's ridiculous. I've filmed some and sitting on some, and then I need to make some. And I have so much limited run stuff. And you want to get the word out there, but that's, So I figure we just stretch it out and get it all out throughout the year, It's, a big deal, right? But what's first coming is we gotta put, a lot of this analog stuff and the M64 first. And sometimes you run into little roadblocks, and that happens with every YouTube channel. Unfortunately, recently, secrets revealed once again. I had posted a video the other week that was for Xbox, and the Xbox video, I knew it was going to flag, but I just wanted to see for myself. And of course it did, and it flagged, and so whenever it does that, it nerfs your channel, it reduces your visibility. It does what's known as a shadow ban. So it did that, and then all of a sudden, when it did that, it was like a day later, all of a sudden it flagged my Fortnite video, which was not flagged in the first place. So it waited to flag me on that. So the Fortnite video, as you can see, I went in and edited both videos just what they wanted, But, yeah. So, I like to keep the videos as they are, like how they were originally made, so you can see them. I know you can go and look them up originally, it is what it is, but so many people actually post this stuff and get away with it without getting flagged because they pay for the fucking copyright stuff. And I can't pay for the copyright stuff because there's too much headache involved with that. There's only certain things I'm gonna pay for. Some of those things are like, say, Disney with Star Wars, or other certain things, only things that I find that are truly important, I mean, to pay somebody money for, say, Ride of the Valkyries, okay, that's freaking stupid. Did you know that if you try to post Ride of the Valkyries, which was like long ass time ago, somebody wants money for that, for copyright? Yeah, and that was nowhere near now, just so you know. So, try that out. Yeah. It's funny, Jim Morrison and the Doors and stuff, you would figure that wouldn't be, now that he died and everything, that's 19 72 or something. So that's well over 30 years. That's a long time ago. It's like 70 years ago or something. I don't know. Anyways, you can't do anything with doors or anything. It just sucks. You know, they still want their money. There's people buying the copyrights. Other record labels buying it up and saying we own it. Well, technically you don't own it. If the money was to go to anybody, it would go to the actual people who made it. And that's it. And that's the bottom line there. I don't care if you bought rights to something or not. You don't own it. Just because you bought it. That's like me being Bill Gates and buying fucking Nintendo. You know? And then I'm gonna get offended. I'm just telling you. It's so stupid, you fucking humans. Anyways, so we've done about 20 minutes here, but there's a ton of stuff I really want to say and do. But what you guys need to know is every once in a while I get this urge to make a really badass video, and when I do, you know, and it just depends. What's kind of strange is just the other day or today I had this guy complain about my Nintendo Power video, and I'm just like, what in the hell is wrong with this generation of people? So this guy says something stupid like, I hate how people say Nintendo and Nintendo or Nintendo. Really? You're that fucking fucked up in the head that you're gonna sit there and worry about what other people are saying? Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you? If you have some sort of attention issue that you can't watch something, then don't watch it. Or, you know, maybe you need to get out and do something because it is summertime, folks. So, I don't know, man. There's a lot I could say about that. You know, these kids these days, what can I say? Man, I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like how you capitalized something. Really? Like, there's something that's capitalized and you don't like? Man, what the hell is wrong with you people, man? Something's wrong with you. Yeah. So, anyways, besides all the BS that's going on these days, I am going to have to get back to work and get back to doing all that I do. And look forward to a Halloween video like always, but this time, last year we kind of just did the kid because there was a lot going on. This year we're going back to our roots where we're going to break out Halloween type stuff and go all out like we always do. Every year for Halloween it's going to get bigger and bigger. Now we celebrate Halloween a little bit differently than other people, you know. It's a little bit different, you know. So if we scare people, that's good. That's actually good. So the other thing is Christmas is just a celebration. We don't like celebrate it like crazy, like it's in depth, you know. Oh, look at this cool stuff for Christmas, you know. But we will be having a lot of like comedy things coming in the future. And if you guys have any questions or anything, drop them down in the comments because I find it interesting. And usually I'll leave your comments there without deleting them, unless if you're a complete jerk. So, I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one. I love you guys. Subscribe.
Click on Zombie Apocalypse.